What's up, YouTube? Hey, it is me, Big Mo. It is July the 16th, and the first round of doe applications went in here in the great state of Pennsylvania already, and hunting season is going to be here before we all know it. So this morning, I'm going to take a ride up to the camp. I want to check on things, make sure everything's up and running and good working order, which I'm sure it probably will be, but we're going to take a ride up anyway. There's been a lot of changes in my life since the last time you saw my smiling face, and I miss all you guys. I miss making videos. But I wanted to put something together, so we're going to take a ride up to the camp. We're going to throw this thing together. So I will see you guys up there. Let's get this damn video started. Up to the camp safe, everything's good. Just went in and checked on everything. Everything looks good inside the camp. Got this trailer load of wood. Got to get it unloaded and stacked over here in the wood pile, and I'm going to get busy and do that, and I will get back with you here in a minute. Okay, I got the trailer all unloaded. I'm sweating my ass off, so I'm going to take a walk inside the camp and cool down a little bit, and I'll show you guys the inside of the camp. Little mud room where you walk in. There's the kitchen area, great room, whatever you want to call it. That's the bunkhouse over there where everybody sleeps. And there's a little living room area over here. It's definitely a lot cooler in here because it's a block building than it is outside. After I'm unloading all that wood, I'm actually soaked. But since you turned on this video, you're probably wondering what in the hell is going on with the Wasp Nest Camp. It breaks my heart to say, but the part of it you guys don't understand, don't know, I never really posted in a video. I never owned the Wasp Nest Camp. We owned the fifth wheel trailer. The land was leased to us. It was between 80 and 100 acres of land there. And of course, you know, I was a member of the lease that was next door, which was another 500 acres. But we never owned that land. And the agreement we had with the landowner was that we would take care of the property, keep it up, pay the electric, and maintenance the property, so his well and septic system would stay grandfathered in, because there was an old mobile home there before we ever put in the camper. We had an old mobile home that we ended up having to tear down because it was just costing us too much to keep it up. So we pulled that fifth wheel in there. And the agreement was, when he was an older gentleman, and he said when he decided to sell, that he was going to give us the first opportunity to buy the place. The guy I was partners with on the camp, which was Eddie, he had every intentions to buy it when it went for sale. As his life kind of turned upside down later in making the videos, he ended up getting a divorce and everything else, and he wasn't spending a whole lot of time up camp. But he did keep up on his end of the bargain, which was he took care of the electric, I took care of the grass. You know, I used to pay Tiger to do it, and I could go up, me and Demas would keep the place up and running. And then it got to the point where he wasn't even coming up in hunting seasons anymore. And the place, slowly but surely, we started getting some leaks. We was trying to fix them. We did the best we could to repair them the best we could. And what ended up happening was I started working so much that I didn't have time to get up there to do my end of the bargain, which was take care of the grass and everything. So I was trying to pay Tiger to do it. And Tiger ended up taking a job where he was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and he just did not have time to go up to the Wasp Nest Camp and cut the grass. So as the summer went by, Vince contacted me and asked me if we had gave up on the camp, because we always kept the grass maintained and the place was always nice. And I said, I just can't make it up there to get the grass cut. And I said, Tiger can't do it either. Well, he said that the club wanted to see if they could take over our lease agreement with the landowner, and would I mind? And at that point, I just didn't see this year going to be any better than last year as far as availability for me to get up there and do anything. So I told him, I said, I didn't have a problem with it. I said, but I got to check with Ed because he's half owner of this place, and I have to clear with him. So after I talked to him, he said absolutely not. He did not want anything to do with them guys getting it. He wanted it. He wanted to purchase it from the landowner, and that he was going to go there and talk to him and everything. But I mean, me and Ed's been friends. We'll remain friends for years and years and years to come, a lifetime of friendship. And it's not like he said, hey, you're not going to be able to hunt here anymore. You know, I'm still welcome to go up there and hunt and everything. But he's in the process of purchasing the property. He's probably going to build a house out there. So I basically stepped down. Like I said, I stepped down because I couldn't keep up with my end of the bargain. As fall came and November hit, of course, you guys know Heather's mother passed away, and Heather ended up moving in with me. Heather is not, don't get me wrong, she's a girl, but she's not a girly girl. She can actually stack wood, she can cut grass, she can, you know, she lived on a ranch. So there's no problem getting her to help out around the house so I could break loose to go to camp. But the problem is I'd already forfeited my end of the Wasp Nest Camp to Ed, and I didn't have the heart to ask him if I could come back in, to be truthful with you. Because, you know, like I said, he has intentions to build a house and everything. So my buddy Richard, we call him Pollock. Don't be offended if you're Polish. That was his name. He's the one that told me his name was Pollock when I met him. But me and him ended up being really good friends. He was like an older brother to me. And he used to bring me up here. I mean, if you watched earlier videos, you've seen me in this camp before with Pollock. And of course, Pollock passed away. Pollock used to do all the maintenance up here on this camp. It's his family's camp. His father and his uncles and stuff are the ones that built this camp, and it went down to the second generation, and of course Pollock passed away. His relatives, and his brother, his cousin, a few of the other ones have passed away already, but his brother and his cousin, they still remain, and then there's a third generation that actually comes up here to the camp and does stuff. But over the last couple of years, you know, they just didn't really have the time to come up here and really keep up with the maintenance on it and everything else. And I guess they came up last senior citizen doe hunt, and they didn't even have wood up here, so they couldn't even stay. I talked to Pollock's brother about possibly buying the camp, and they really wanted to just keep it in the family, which, hey, I don't blame them, I would too. But I made them an offer, and they came back to me and said, listen, you know, we know you enjoy going up there. You know, we know you and Richard was really close, and if you would just help us out, you know, we'll mail you a key, you can treat it like you own it. You know, just help us out with wood and cutting the grass, and, you know, anytime you can get up there and just enjoy the camp and use it for what it was meant to be used for, and it was to have good times up here. So I agreed to do that. Back in December, when Heather moved in with me, this was actually her dining room table, and of course she was going to sell it, and I asked her if there was any way I could have it. So it was kind of my camp warming gift to these guys for letting me become a part of this. I mean, this is a beautiful table, and she let me have it to bring it up here. And we came in, Heather worked very hard. I mean, maybe I should have made videos during the whole process of this, but we came in and you know, she cleaned. We worked our asses off in this camp. This camp has always been kept clean. It was always kept clean. It's just nobody had been here really in a couple of years. And it was just a matter of getting it all back up and running. We bought all new dishes and silverware and pots and pans and all the things that was here when my friend Pollock pretty much ran this camp. And it's up and running again like it once was. I know he's in heaven above. He's looking down on us right now, and he's probably smiling because I know what this place meant to him. And I feel pretty proud to be one of the people to help keep this place alive for him. I used to come up here a lot in hunting seasons with him, and we come up in the second season during muzzleloader hunting, and I'd bring the crossbow up, and we come up in the summertime when we could, and we just had some really good times at this camp. I shot an 8-point buck one year up here on top of Beaver Meadows, and I'll show you guys a picture of that now. That was many years ago, but I shot that buck up here. And this WMU up here for doe hunting is 2F. I have never sent for a 2F doe tag for up here, ever. When I'd come up here to hunt, I strictly buck hunted. But this year, I sent for a 2F tag, not so much to really kill a doe. I'm getting to the point where killing does really don't mean very much to me anymore. But I figured if the opportunity comes like last year, and I would happen to take a buck with, you know, Pollock's crossbow, I would like to at least have some type of license to come up here to even just go for a walk in the woods. I mean, the bear hunting up here is good. Me and my daughter years ago, we was right over here in this meadow, and she had a DMAP doe tag, so we came up for the junior doe hunt, and we were sitting there, and it was funny as hell because when we was driving up here, Pollock had made a joke about bears, and my daughter was, you know, she was, I think, 12 years old, and he says, he was talking about bears, and she looked at me and she goes, "Are there bears where we're going?" And because she had never been here, and I said, "Yeah, honey," I said, "there's bears." I said, "But you're not going to see a bear. It's not going to happen." Well, lo and behold, the first day out in the woods, we're sitting there on post, and a freaking bear come out into the meadow and was running straight for us. I was floored, and I couldn't believe it. I know my daughter remembers it. I made her close her eyes, and I said, "Don't move." The thing was coming so close to us, I had to grab her rifle. And I mean, it was running right at us. And I held the gun and everything, but it came to this little stream, and when it got there, it veered and went the other way, thank God. Because if it would have jumped over that little stream, it would have bowled us right over. And I had come back, and I told Pollock about it. And of course, right off the bat, I think he thought I was bullshitting. I said, buddy, I took a picture of it with my phone. And I showed him the pictures that I took with my phone. I said, of course, wasn't coming at us. It was going the other way by then. But he saw it. He was floored too. I mean, it was a really big bear. So the bear hunting out here, they're definitely here. I have not bear hunted in 2 years. I'm hoping to God this year I'm not still working and I get off and I can bear hunt this year. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to coming up here in rifle season. I ended up, the pellet stove up at the Wasp Nest camp, Tiger's brother Billy, he wanted to purchase it from me. And I said, absolutely. I said, I'd sell it to you. So I gave him a really good price on it. And he gave Tiger the money. And of course, Tiger had COVID and the whole 9 yards, and I couldn't get up there to be around Tiger. Tiger got put in a position where he kind of needed a little bit of money. So he asked me, for the money that Bill gave him to pay me, would I be interested in buying a flintlock off him? And Tiger has like 3 Thompson Center Hawkinses. So I told him, I said, absolutely. I said, if I was to buy a flintlock, it would definitely be a Thompson Center. So that's what I ended up trading them for. So I have that. So I plan on doing a little bit of after Christmas with the flintlock, maybe up here. We'll see what happens as far as that goes. But it's going to be a great hunting season. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I plan on spending a lot of time up here in hunting season. So look for future videos being up here, camp in-laws. As far as the Wasp Nest camp, like I said, it's not dead. It's not dead. Told me I'm more than welcome to stay at his place. I can still hunt the same property, same stands. I told Ed, you want me to take down my stands? And he said, no, absolutely not. He said, use them just like you always did. And so, I mean, I still have accessibility. I'm still a member of the lease. I can still hunt on the Wasp Nest property. I can stay with Tiger if I need to. So I definitely still plan on doing those types of things. But I'm also going to include this place as much as I possibly can. I want to come up here and hunt. Demas comes up here. I've asked Tiger if he would be willing to come up, and he said absolutely. He'd come up and spend the night. So we're going to have some good times up here at Camp In-Laws. And like I said, I've been up here, and I've done some work up here at the camp. And I wish I'd have made videos from it, but they were just short stays. It was to come up here, work, and get out of here. But we did a lot of work. Like I said, we got this place up and running again like it used to. And I'm more than happy with the things I've done. And I know the Pollock's families, they're happy too that, we got it back up and running and everybody's happy. So I still got some more work to do. I got a block party to go to tonight at home, so I'm not staying the night or anything. I'm just coming up here to do some work. So before I start this next project, some people had sent some pictures in after my last rifle hunting video. So I'm going to share those with you now, and I'm going to go out to the truck and get some tools that I need to do this next little project. It's nothing big, but stick around and you'll get to see my next project. congratulations to everybody on your kills, and looking forward to seeing more pictures this year. Hopefully it's going to be a great hunting season. But this next project, as you can see in the front of the camp here, my buddy Fullock put these timbers in, and we used to have this all mulched in, looking nice. So I went to Lowe's and I bought some weed killer. I'm going to spray it down with some weed killer and flip those little dead rose bushes out of there. I'm going to put some mulch in there. I only got 6 bags. I thought it'd be enough. It's really close, but we'll see what happens, and let's get this project started. I had to cut it a little bit thin, but I'll bring a few more bags next time I come up and weed kill it some more. Looks a lot better than it did. Well, as I'm sitting here waiting for these scraps to burn down, I just want to tell you guys I accomplished everything that I come up here to do today. I'll probably bank it back up maybe next week or the week after to get the grass cut. Everybody's doing well. Demas is doing good. Tiger ended up beating the COVID. Everything's going good. And I said I was going to explain something to you. It was up and coming, new for me. In less than a month, Big Mo's going to get married. And I know some of you are probably thinking, oh my God, he must have really hit his head hard in this accident. And I did. But Heather's a good girl. I'm happy that she's willing to marry me. We're getting married on August the 15th. And hopefully she'll be in some upcoming videos. She enjoys coming up to camp. She enjoys getting work done up here. And she just enjoys the outdoors. So I'm glad to be marrying her. I love her to death. She's a good girl. And hopefully you're going to see her in an upcoming video. Speaking of Heather, me and her both ended up catching COVID. And it took a little while, but we ended up beating it. We didn't get as sick as Tiger. We didn't end up in the hospital, but we both kind of felt like shit. We quarantined like you're supposed to do. and we ended up beating it. So we lived through COVID. I don't want it again. I guess it's going to be the new fall flu, I guess. Everybody's going to catch COVID in the fall when the weather breaks. But at least this time, maybe I'm not so afraid of it. But everything's going well for me. I'm working, paying my bills, and I'm enjoying camping. So I've been doing a little bit of fishing, not very much. I've only had my boat out maybe twice, maybe 3 times so far this year. And that's probably my wife, well, future wife, texting me now asking me if I'm on my way home yet. But I'm going to extinguish this fire and I'm going to put an end to this video. I wish you guys best of luck in your hunting and outdoor adventures. And I hope everybody's doing well and having a good time and enjoying life. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for watching.